Warren, go right ahead.
I deal with courts a lot, and one of the things that I often think is that there needs to be a form of couples communication or mediation that is not where the mediator or that couples communicator person does not need to report what is being said in the sessions into court that precedes the one where something is reported to court. I think what I see with many couples is that they're afraid to say something that is constructive, that is loving, that is appreciative, that is acknowledging to the other person, or to sort of bend a little bit for fear that it will be used against them in court. And I wanted to ask Judge Sunt if she agreed or saw the possibility for that being incorporated into the system.
Absolutely. And we don't ask mediators to report in the court. I think to respond both to you and the previous caller, most court systems now do try to build in mediation services. But, somebody has to file in order to get a divorce.
Sure.
And that has a wicked effect because it starts a timeline running. And some courts are very efficient. If you file, then by golly, you are going to get divorced within a year or 9 months or whatever their timeline standard is. Mm-hmm. So I think more and more couples now are learning, and they're getting good coaching, counseling from their attorneys. Hold off on the filing. Try the mediation process so that you don't find yourself in an adversarial position right from the get-go.
Such a good point. Yes. And finally, here's an email from Stephanie, who says she's thinking ahead. As a stay-at-home mom, what would you recommend I do to protect myself financially now in the event of a divorce later? Cheryl.
And I think that my mention previously about prenups and postnups is a point well taken. We are finding that more and more people are entering into prenups. It used to be that only the very wealthy did. We are seeing more and more postnups as a result of situations that people just encounter in their lives. One spouse says to the other, I would like to take off 3 years and work on my master's degree or do a residency after law school that will require you to work harder and basically carry me so that we together will have a better life after I'm finished with my schooling.
And how many people did we hear from in my generation who helped husbands go through medical schools and then their husbands left to marry someone else? So I think you're right on, Cheryl, with the idea of the postnup as well as the prenup, and that's got to be, sadly, the last word. I hope Stephanie takes that into account. Warren Farrell and Son, Cheryl Lynn Hepfer, thank you all so much.
Diane, it's a pleasure being with you again.
My pleasure,
Warren,
Diane.
and thanks to all of you for listening. I'm Diane Rehm.